The highlights are a couple accidents, 2 arsons, a sexual assault, burglary, 1 disorderly conduct, 1 fight, 1 narcotics possession, a fraud or harassment, 3 harassments. That's it for the crimes. We issued 35 traffic stops. We investigated 2 traffic accidents. Officers issued approximately 36 citations. 1 non-traffic citation was issued and 1 criminal complaint filed. Stolen property for the month of April was approximately $5,900. Property loss on the 2 arsons was estimated approximately $62,000 for a total property loss of $67,900. Officers patrolled approximately 3,708 miles, used approximately 275 gallons in gas. That's really all there is.
Thank you.
Signs look nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
They're
send
up
anything out.
today, yeah.
Yeah, that's the, you guys got the email on what the state was gonna try to do to help us. That would be the last step in what they were gonna do, so we'll see how that goes. Thanks.
Thanks. Road department. Want to read that? They've been,
Oh, I don't read that.
No, do you want to read it out loud?
That don't make any sense. They was dragging, grading a dirt and gravel road, cleaned up and leveled slip areas, started ditching. Grader leaves a lot to be desired. Now that means it's not running properly. And,
Yeah, it's pretty rough shape.
well,
It gets a spot.
it is set for a good while though, hasn't it? Need some TLC or?
No, it was run 8 hours last year. The year before had a lot more hours put on it, but it's an old galleon grader and the valve controls underneath, they're warped. And Dan Shriver looked at it about 2 years ago, disassembled it and did what he could, but you can't find parts anywhere.
Okay.
how bad's it leaking?
It leaves a pretty steady stream, about 5 gallons a day of hydraulic fluid.
Pump will be the next thing.
If you don't
That
keep
kind of
it
leak.
What I'm wondering is if we could get through the summer with it and then in the winter when we're not using it, to have it fixed, you know what I mean?
Well, you can't get parts or anything. Dan looked, he had little Danny look on the internet. He called all his contacts looking for even a used set somewhere that would be in good shape. He didn't do a lot.
Somebody like,
Can't
somebody,
be rebuilt
I was
of
gonna
it, I
say,
mean,
yeah, you could probably rebuild them.
Can't get the O-rings or anything for it. There's no parts available.
I would think Crow or somebody could probably do something, I would think. They got a
Well, we can
machine shop,
check.
yeah.
we can check,
Yeah,
you know, cause
look into
you
where-
take like Morgantown Machine
I'm just going
Hydraulics
off
and
what
that,
the
a place
mechanic
like
told me. I
that,
don't know anything else about
you
it.
know, they're, I don't know if they're even still in business, that's where we used to deal, and they could about fix anything, you know.
Maybe Lincoln Hydraulics would be a good place to check.
Yeah, it'd be a good, yeah, something like that there, but, yeah, we'll get together on that. Okay, start mowing side roads.
Tell you what, Dan worked on, you couldn't find parts. Dan's pretty good machine.
Okay, now it says plan to alternate ditch and mowing as weather determines.
Yeah, you got to read it last one.
No,
Yeah.
that's it on that stuff there, but it would be nice to get some ditches in those roads so that they didn't drain down the middle, and a grader would help. But like I said, I do know, I don't even know if they're in business anymore, because whenever, that's a long time that I've not dealt with. But the Morgantown Machine Hydraulics, place like that there, they can just about rebuild it.
Also, I'd like to, while we're doing the road department report, I'll make the announcement that I made a couple, like last month or the month before. It's for everybody here and all your friends and neighbors. Mowing of the side, the roads is gonna be an ongoing process. The way that the road crew equipment works, it's not a pruning job. If you don't like the way it's gonna look when the road crew does it, get out, get your stuff trimmed back out of the ditch. Okay? Tell everybody. All right, solicitor, you got a report?
It's been a fairly busy month. There's a lot of issues that I can't discuss in open session. That's the extent of it.
Thank you. All right, old business. Table West Penn Power LED lighting agreement for street lights. Randy Durr will be here to explain. You're up.
Yeah, I'm actually here more than anything just to give you guys some information, make sure you have all the information you guys need to make a decision that's in the best interest of your municipality. of
Are you
course.
from West Penn?
Yeah, First Energy, West Penn.
Okay.
But back about in 2015, we developed a tariff to allow for the installation of LED streetlights. So before that, we only had the mercury vapor, the high pressure sodium kind of thing that you have now. So one of the things that this does is it gives you the information on the right-hand side. There's a fact sheet as far as the LED streetlights go. And then under that, there's what's called the GE recommendations. Now, what the GE recommendations are is if you have a 175 watt mercury vapor streetlight or 100 watt high pressure sodium streetlight, it tells you what they recommend replacing it with wattage wise with the LED. So everything that we're going to talk about tonight as far as costs and things are me using these GE
Substitutions.
recommendation substitutions. It's actually up to you guys. There's some municipalities that have gone, maybe there's some areas that they thought they wanted more lights than what was there currently, so they've upsized the lights, or they've upsized the entire municipality. You know, that's totally up to you guys on that. You guys currently have 41 lights. On the left side is a copy of your bill. You'll see two things that are redded out. Those are the only two things on the bill that aren't street lights. One's an area light and one's a floodlight that you guys rent from us as well. So those aren't included. But the rest of those are your street lights that you currently pay a monthly fee for to West Penn Power, which includes the energy that the lights use and the maintenance of the lights, and actually pays for the material of the light as well. So the page under that is kind of where you start seeing a cost difference between the two. What that spreadsheet does is this top section right here is your current lights with how much they cost on a monthly basis for the far side, with the wattage of those lights that you can see there. And then the two lines down below are actually the 50 and 90 watt LED lights that you would be replacing those with if you decided to go with the conversion, go with the General Electric recommendations. And then all the way to the far side, you see the monthly cost for that. And at the bottom is kind of like the sum. So for you guys, you're looking at an average monthly savings of about $378.
Can I ask you, okay, in the top part, we have, what is that, 3 lights that cost us $360 a month?
No, that's actually the line item, which
Oh, okay.
is, that's a kind of the light designation.
Oh, okay.
You can almost ignore that line, but that's when I put it in the spreadsheet, it's like.
Oh, it's 16, so the
Yeah,
quantity is...
a three is a 250 watt mercury vapor, is what
okay.
it stands for.
Okay,
But there's 16 of those.
16 lights and it's $360 a
Mhm.
month. Okay, I see. All right,
We do have.
I didn't mean to interrupt, go ahead.
bills.
You have three different
Two,
bills?
two.
Two different bills?
Yeah,
If there is
this
another
is one
bill,
of them.
if you give me the other one,
Okay.
I can look it up and I can give you the same cost comparison for the
Okay.
other bill too. The conversion, if you guys decide to go with it, typically there's, from the lights that you guys have, as long as the lights have been in place, your current lights for 20 years or longer, and anybody who has mercury vapor lights have been a lot longer than 20 years, there's no cost for the conversion of them. So if you do want to go and get them converted, there wouldn't be an upfront cost. We just take the ones off and put the new ones on the same bracket that are out there right now and adjust them to where they're at.
What about the ones up there on that off ramps? They're not 20 years old.
No, they're not. Haven't put in since 2011.
And those may not be, and yeah, I should say I'm speaking to the ones on the account that I looked at, there's another account.
We've had three since I've been here. We've had two at the on and off ramp out here. We have this one right on this pole outside the building.
New ones.
They were new within the last 8 or 9 years.
So what's the deal there?
There-
You have to pay for it.
There'd be a remaining light charge that we would have to determine, and our engineering department, I gotta get.
Oh, it's like
with them.
prorated.
Yeah, it's prorated out.
Well,
And you guys don't have, and you don't have to do a 100% conversion either, so at that point, your choices are, of course, not do anything, leave it the way it is, or you can convert the ones that there's no charge, leave the other ones
who around
there.
here, what municipalities have done this?
I'll tell you what, as you get closer to Washington, the city of Washington's done it, Upper St. Clair, Bethel Park. We have actually had, I'm gonna say probably 85% of our lights get converted in the last 3 years.
In Claysville?
LED lights,
Claysville
Claysville
does.
should be fresh, yeah, I think we just did that within the last year.
Now, you guys have the maintenance on them, right?
Right.
So it's a savings to us on the monthly bill, but are we gonna get hit if, something happens to them, or?
No, it's, that monthly fee that you pay
Yeah.
covers all the costs associated with that light. The only way it wouldn't is if, say you paid sometime in the past to have a special pole put in for a special light in a certain area, then that's considered special facilities. Now, if that pole needs replaced, then you're responsible for the cost. Because the monthly cost really just covers the energy, the maintenance of the light itself. If there's extra facilities like underground wire or overhead or a transformer or poles or something like that put in, then those are recovered as needed basis. Yeah, as far as the light goes, the only way that I could see there ever being a charge, and I haven't even seen this happen, but according to the letter of the law, is if you get somebody, a band or somebody that just keeps shooting it out and we can't find out who it is, sooner or later we'll have to go to you guys and say, we got a choice, we either need to take the light down or you guys have to start paying to replace it, because that's out of the ordinary kind of stuff.
What's the, so we've had lights out, and it's taken Sharon quite some time to get a hold of people to come and get that corrected, how are these lights on, staying on, or being on, or,
We actually have a 15-year agreement that the lights are supposed to work. Now, that's the way those are written, that's probably 80% of the lights that are gonna do it. So we've even seen premature failures. But the bottom line is, yeah, they're supposed to last 15 years before you need to replace them. And these, unlike the other lights, these don't have a light bulb in them that you take out. And these, you take
LEDs don't burn out.
exactly. And
It's
and
the wiring or-
if something goes bad, we have to take the head down, we put a new head up and go from there. And I will say, if you have any issues with delays in getting street lights repaired, you've got my contact information.
You got you now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm kinda here for. I'm with external affairs. I handle anything related to all the elected officials, within Green County, Washington County, parts of Green County. So
We had several lights that were out for at least 3-4 months.
that's the one you need to get.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have it fixed actually in 3 days. Don't get me wrong, with weather and stuff, sometimes we can go a little too, but
Well,
once you turn them in, it should be done, yeah.
Our course of action then is to consider approving this document on the numbers that you provided us.
Yeah, or you can wait until I see the other account with the other lights, if there's other lights on another account.
What's the lag time, you know, I think when this first came up, somebody said there's a line.
There's still a line, you'd be looking at next year to get it converted, probably early next year.
All right, so if we're looking at early next year, then we don't really have to do anything tonight, or
No,
we could wait and get the,
only
she
two
can get
on,
the other paperwork.
Well, she's gonna grab it now.
Oh.
See, he can take it with you.
Yeah. Do you have a copy of this?
No, it does,
That's, I'm assuming it's
that's on.
boilerplate.
I'm still under.
Yeah.
Yeah. This other bill that she is showing me, just so everybody's aware, it looks like there's 26 lights on this bill, and they are all mercury vapor, the old style lights, so there would be a cost to get those converted as well. I can update the sheet to give you the savings would be comparable.
Similar to the, yeah.
Yeah, you're looking usually about 40 to 45% reduction in monthly cost for one of the LED lights.
It's like 67 minutes. Sixty-seven,
Awesome.
41 and 26, 67. Where are they all at?
Well, you got 340 in Claysville, you know, outside Claysville.
Yeah, that's right.
You got the Meadows, you've got, I don't think there's any in South Pittsburgh. You got the ones all around town up here. Actually, the township is divided into lighting districts, and there is an ordinance on the books which we don't enforce, which those rates or fees are supposed to be spread out among the residents of that lighting district. Probably ought to repeal that ordinance if we're not gonna enforce it, but we do have lighting districts drawn up. Been there for a lot of years. Kathy, it goes back to when you ran. Yeah.
And
Yeah, Dave.
question, I guess, for Randy. Randy, two things. Is there any kind, I know you guys do assistance for residents and stuff like that. Are there any grants or whatever from the government to assist to defer the cost on the ones, you know, the ones are at no cost, but the ones that would incur a cost to change out? Is there any assistance to help offset those costs or defer the cost of the township?
No, not anything related to the streetlights, there's not. Now, we do have programs for like if regular commercial counts, like if you convert to LEDs in your municipal building or something. We've got that Act 129. I think I've sent some information before on that, but if you have anything related to anything that you do that saves energy, commercial, industrially wise, you know, we actually have programs to kind of help rebates, incentives to help
We have
with
to
stuff
do-
like that.
Put those in.
And secondly, Randy, is there set flat prorated, or is it up to the discretion of somebody, an individual within West Penn Power? Because the follow-up question would be like, they said, I believe some of them lights, Sharon said, were out for like 6 months. They
They
called,
weren't that long. It was like
some-
3 or 4.
yeah. Just wonder if they're, you know, willing to work, give them a little bit of break or whatever for consideration of,
Yeah, I'm afraid the
or if it was
remaining,
a set flat.
the remaining life, it's a spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yeah, they find out when that light was put in, the day it was put in, they put it in a spreadsheet and it calculates the remaining life, so,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna leave it on the table. You got anything else?
No.
Thank you. Washington County Planning Commission model resolution. Oh, that was,
Yeah, it was the
about
one.
the LSA? Is it about the LSA? They wanting to change the,
Let's look at this stuff in that I could find.
where's the key word that says? Supervisor,
It looks bigger.
yay,
I think I got everything.
LED lighting. Alright, this is that one. Washington County Planning Commission. Oh, no, this is for the census.
Yeah, we need to push that, they said.
We
We need to push the
I don't think
census.
there's any reason why we shouldn't do it, couldn't go cost to it, and just
Yeah.
say we're in favor of it.
So,
I move that we, execute this and send it back.
sign the resolution.
Sign it.
Well, then I make a motion, we lift it off the table.
All right,
Second.
got a motion, a second, get it off the table. How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep.
5 yes, no no's, motion carried.
Okay.
Motion to sign the resolution.
Get a motion to sign the resolution for the 2020 census for the planning commission.
I'll second it.
A motion and a second. Questions? Comments? How do you vote?
Doug,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep.
5 yes, no no's, motion carried.
Okay. Use of security systems for cameras at the garage. Leave it on the table.
I don't know if they were leaving it on the table.
Verizon road occupancy permit.
We voted on this before, didn't we? Didn't the one didn't pass?
So do we have a,
Did we?
Yeah, there's a question about the paperwork, and we didn't have an attorney to look it over, so we should probably send that over.
is it the same for the easement for Western Power as well as? Is it the same easement, or is there a different easement for the West Penn Power?
West Penn wrote their own.
Oh, okay.
What's the question on the paperwork?
Whether it's an easement or if we need a cut bore.
I believe the PUC says easements now. So it'd be the same for the West.
We'll give him a minute, we'll move on to the next.
Because what was, it'll have to be redone because prior attorney's name's on it.
Okay. We'll let him,
So just leave it on the table.
we'll let him look at that. What? Ed?
Backing up to that light thing, wouldn't it be wise, since it's no cost to the township, is what Randy was saying, to get on the list?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say it probably won't delay the list much if it's this month, next month,
Yeah.
next month. Yeah, I think we're okay with that.
I didn't wanna have to wait a year,
Right.
and then when you decide to do something, then you're another year.
Well, yeah, well, in another year, there'll be some new kind of light that's beyond LED anyway.
Yeah, no.
JD?
That's basically what I was gonna say, if you, while he's here before he left, could you not, Randy, could you not approve to get, so you're on the list, approve to go ahead and do the lights that are no cost, once you're on the list, and they could let you know about the ones that would incur cost before the work is done, since you're that far out, or does it have to be, you have to do them all at
I don't
once?
think, if we're waiting a year, I don't think a month is gonna make a difference.
It won't, because actually, everybody has to wait a year now because we are booked this year. But honestly, we're gonna have the bulk of them done this year. We have very little next year to do. So it won't have an impact.
But you could do just the ones that are no cost to the township without doing them all?
If that's what they want, yes. No, we would do just the ones they would want.
I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
The only ones that I would know that aren't 20 years old.
Me,
are
those
the ones-
three.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on from the Verizon thing, we might come back to that. Horseman Group, code enforcement.
I believe it's on the table.
Leave it on the table. Washington County tax collection, study of earned income tax collection. What's that? Right here. Collection feasibility study. What is it? Or, I mean, why is it on there? What do we have to take some action?
in there.
I don't know, I don't have a copy. Oh, here, there's two.
Oh, there you go.
Revenue, this may be the one that was the LSC. They wanted us to pass a resolution
I
saying,
don't, you know, if you want to discuss this, it's not a motion, but
yeah,
I think the system we have right now is probably working better than the system we've had. I don't know if we wanna change it if it's working well.
one of these has, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah, it's a sample.
Yeah, the earned income tax represents a significant social. Yeah, okay. What do you think? But you want to stick with the system?
I think
Which,
so.
that's what they
That's what
want.
it says.
Yeah, current system.
And what's the proposal that's contrary to that?
Transfer it to the Pennsylvania Department, on the front page. Transfer it to Pennsylvania Department of Revenue or create a hybrid system.
So send it to the black hole in Harrisburg.
Yeah, I'm not in favor of
All
that.
right, so you wanna take it off the table and sign the resolution and send it back? We'd have to change where it says Peter Township.
I mean, we let it, take it off the table and let it die,
Okay,
my opinion.
got a motion to take it off the table, I'll second it. How do you vote? It's just bringing it off the table.
Tom,
Yes.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes,
Ed,
Yep,
5 yes, no no's, motion carried.
okay, now it's here, so does anybody want to take any action on it?
it doesn't bind you to anything, really. Unless you're really strongly in favor of it.
Okay. All right, we're moving on. That was the tax collection. Notice of intent from Tunnel Ridge regarding phase 2 of the pump station.
Basically, they just want us to sign off, they can go down and look at the phase 2 pump station to assess it prior to coal mining.
Do we have a
I think, is it in?
Do I have it?
I can't see where, have them look at it, if anything matters.
Tunnel Ridge, right here.
Yeah,
I move we take it off the table.
second.
Motion is second to get it off the table. How do you vote?
Tom,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Tammy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Okay.
5 yes, no motion carried.
So they're coming under 6 months, not more than 5 years.
We're just approving them
Just
to
to
go
just
look
come
at
in
it.
and look,
Just
and it's
look at
only,
it.
we technically only own like 40 feet by 40 feet by 40 feet.
I move that we grant them the permission to do their assessment.
You seconded it?
Yes.
Got a motion and a second to, with the sign or something?
Yeah, there's something there to sign.
Sign off on consent. Consent to use of damage minimization measures. Tunnel Ridge
What's it say? Consent what?
access to perform pre-mining damage minimization measures as required. Now, that's not just an inspection.
No, they're looking for damage, they're gonna note damages that are already there.
Well, and damage minimization, that might be they're gonna run a cable or put up some bracing or
We're not
something.
approving that though, we're approving their assessment of it.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just looking at the packet and that's what I'm saying.
Can't approve the remediation if we know what they're going to do.
No, that's what I'm saying, it's pre,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Oh, it's pre,
yeah, they may come in and go, well, this ain't gonna hold up and we're
Right.
gonna brace something, or, you know what
okay,
I
well,
mean?
that's what you need to have that done.
Okay, so you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure everybody's voting on the right thing, you know what I mean? You know-
Something like that there, just like a building, sometimes they come in, they put these 8x8s up like this,
Yeah.
and they put braces out
Right.
like that, that's what they're talking about,
Right,
right?
we're not approving it, we're
So-
just approving them to go and look and tell us what they're.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, to tell them what you gotta do.
Well, that's what I'm getting at,
Is
though.
that's not what it says?
Does it say minimization in there too?
Yeah.
Look, consent,
It's been a while since I read it.
we,
We did it last month.
To assess Hayden's access to perform pre-mining damage minimization measures as required. Well, we don't wanna authorize it, we authorize it to go in there and.
To look,
Do an
but
assessment,
not,
do an assessment, but not taking the remedial
right,
action.
so, do you wanna change your motion?
No, I
or-
wanna move the, my other motion was to permit them to do their assessment. You might need to do some crossing out.